Hey, and welcome to Is It Worth a Sandwich? I'm Zach Funk.
I'm Joe Kira.
And we like to talk about nerdy food, nerdy drinks, and there's a company that's made a at-home meal kit to eat while you watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League coming out.
Yeah, I heard about this, and it seemed like such a weird thing. It's $130 for two people, $260 for four people, and that just seemed a little ridiculous. I thought this was an interesting concept, but Zach started telling me about it. It's like, no, we make a video about this because, again, I like cooking, I like this sort of thing, and I like making themed dishes and drinks around things.
Yeah. So everything I've compiled is from the company's website. I've used all of their language, their images, everything that they've provided.
All right, so let's get started.
All right. So first we have the Ocean's Trench for Aquaman. He comes on the king tide. Icelandic cod and, quote, chips with trench dressing.
Okay, so this comes in a can.
I guess. I mean, you're supposed to prepare it at home yourself, so I don't know if you're taking things out of the can and then putting it back in the can.
I would...
Or if you're baking the can. I mean, I don't see chips.
Like, well, those are the little doodads in there.
I mean, I know like French fry chips. I get the idea, but I don't know. To me, it's...
as soon as it was like, okay, Aquaman, there's a lot that you could do there. This doesn't look awful, but it's just one of those where it's like, wow, that is a very weird thing. And just, he comes on the king tide is some very unfortunate phrasing.
All right, so that is our starter.
So that is the appetizer.
I kept everything in the order it was presented.
Okay, all right. So this would be the beginning thing of eating some codfish and chips in what looks like a sauce out of a can.
Yep.
With some things there.
And remember, this entire meal is going to average out to $65 a person.
Yes.
Next, we have the Big Belly Burger from The Flash. Quote, "I'm a black hole of snacks. I'm like a snack hole," which I think is a quote from The Flash. It is a 8-ounce Angus steak burger with cheese, crispy potato and onion roasting, and, quote, Wonderland burger sauce on a pretzel bun.
I mean, I know Flash eats a lot. And there's a lot of stuff of Flash eating big, gross burgers in a lot of media. But, like, again, this is the $65 thing, and what looks like the main course is a fucking hamburger. And, I mean, like, there's a lot of cool things here, like, looks like fried onion, I don't know how to say that, rosti.
Rosti, I looked it up last night, yeah, potato and onion rosti, it's like hash browns, kind
of. Okay.
Like, it doesn't even have bacon.
Yeah. And it's just like, again, like, I would eat this burger, don't get me wrong, but, like, I would not pay $65 for this burger. All right.
Yeah, and I believe the Wonderland sauce is named because the company is called Wonderland that's making it.
Okay.
Next, we have Superman Resurrection. There is not an image of this on the website.
Editor's note. After we filmed this, I went online and was able to track down some images of a few of the food items not included on the website. I will be including these here in the video post-production. This seems weirdly appropriate for the Snyder Cut.
So since it's a mystery, here's a picture of the Riddler.
Okay, I like it.
It is, quote, a beacon to the world. It is a corn and maple souffle with silver popcorn.
Okay, so I had assumed going into this, foolishly, that you would get an apple pie with Superman, just because that seems really on brand.
Yeah,
it might be a little too on the nose, but okay, so a corn and maple souffle with silver popcorn. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna... So is it a popcorn souffle?
I don't know, because there's not a picture of it.
Okay, all right, we have to move on, because I will fall into a deep hole on trying to figure out if this is a popcorn souffle
I'm assuming it's
or a corn souffle with maple flavoring topped with popcorn.
That's what I think. And now, so far, I'd like to remind you, at $65 a person, we are at 3 things, and we're already at snack food.
Yeah. All right.
Next, we have the ancient Themyscira fire from Wonder Woman that also does not have a picture, so we have a picture of the question because it's a mystery.
Yes, of course.
Men won't know what it means, but she will, and it just says smoked marshmallows.
Okay, so again, I was thinking about this as a person, and something like that, where my thought was like, okay, you know what would be really cool for Wonder Woman? Would have been like grape leaves sort of things.
Something Greek.
Yeah, like some traditional Greek food, something cool, and then maybe the reason I came up with the wrap. What was the word I just used?
Hummus?
No, the thing I literally just said 10 seconds ago. Grape leaves. Yes. Thank you. Was just because you could wrap that up and then put like a bracelet-looking thing, like Wonder Woman's bracelet, over top of it, and it's like, oh, that's cool, that's cute. Smoked marshmallows is nothing.
Yeah, and like if you're gonna do a dessert, what's the like the Greek like thin layered dessert?
Oh, baklava.
Yeah, like that would if you're gonna do dessert again.
Well, I don't know if that's Greek or Middle Eastern.
Well, she's Wonder Woman.
She's Wonder Woman. Yeah.
All right. So next, we have Chocos for Martian Manhunter. Because John Jones is known for his love of Oreos. They are jalapeno salsa and cheese cookies.
Okay, so Martian Manhunter was one of those ones, because you told me they were doing something for him, and he's going to be in the Snyder Cut spoilers for a couple of seconds ago. I wasn't sure what you would do for John Jones. I didn't have an idea. But this is wrong. This is wrong both just physically and morally, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Like, if you're gonna make knockoff Oreos, jalapeno salsa and cheese, like, especially with Martian Manhunter's weakness being fire, you wouldn't want spicy food.
I mean, that I can kind of... You could do something that was, like, green and spicy for Martian Manhunter to, one, symbolize his big weakness, and that... I mean, in a sense, it's kind of clever tying his, his weakness to his, like, that he likes Oreos, but, like, this is a bad thing you've done. This is a bad thing.
And in the picture, they also show corn clouds with the Chocos, so I'm assuming that's the silver popcorn.
Okay.
That goes with the souffle. Now, corn clouds are never mentioned by themselves. They were just in the Chocos picture.
Okay.
So that's part of why I think.
Okay, so we are deep into snack territory.
Yep. At $65 a person.
At $65 a person.
Next, we have Element X for Cyborg, a vitamin energy drink, and they specify it includes a Cyborg drink light. Okay,
I like the idea of this one a bit. Of the idea of having... because drink lights are cool. I've been wanting to pick some up, but just haven't. A vitamin energy drink that's red. I mean, so I haven't seen Justice League. I haven't seen really any of the, like, I've seen a couple of the modern DC stuff, but none of, like, the main series things. So, I don't know, Cyborg, for me, and I assume for a lot of people, it is something very tied to Teen Titans, and it's the hero who grew up and became in the Justice League. And, like, I would kind of want to have a bit more, like, fun with that. Like, I understand it's like, oh, I'm tough, I'm cool, vitamin energy drink, awesome.
To me, it feels like they couldn't come up with anything, and someone was like, hey, what if we had red Gatorade and put a glow stick in it?
Yeah. Like, this was the one that Zach had told me a little bit about ahead of time, and my thought was just like, if I was making a Cyborg drink, I would probably start with a red Huggy, just because that seems like a very Cyborg thing, of having it be something that's like, it's not terrible, but like really does connect you to childhood, because that is something that is so intrinsic to a lot of interpretations of Cyborg. Again, I don't know. Maybe he's just a jerk who got made into a robot in...
He's very angsty.
Oh, but that's not him at all. All right, so moving on.
All right.
Because now it's Batman and Superman, right?
You'll see.
Oh my god, alright.
So we have the Coldbrow Night and Day, the exclusive first taste of 2 beers straight out of the DC universe, brewed exclusively for Wonderland at Home. Now, it specifies that in some states you can't get them shipped to you. I believe Pennsylvania is one of them.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, you can't.
So,
there's weird things about liquor in Pennsylvania.
So, I mean, we're not going to order it anyway.
No.
But to include stuff that you can't send everywhere, and as far as I can tell looking at their website, if you can't get the beers, you don't get a discounted price.
Okay, well, no, of course you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Um,
So Coldbrow, I looked up, is a brewery in the Batman Arkham Origins game, which is considered to be the worst of the series.
okay.
So that's where they just pulled the name from. So it's a Gotham City beer.
Okay. So, my thought on the Batman something was that I don't know. You would want something dark and cool and expensive, and like I thought it was like, oh, is it going to be like a fillet or something for Batman, or a steak? Just because that sort of made sense to me for Batman of being kind of high end, kind of whatever, but just like, oh, here's Night and Day beer. And again, I'm not going to shit on whoever makes this beer. I'm sure it's fine. But, like, it's also like, oh, here's this beer that you can only get through this thing. I doubt that it's their best.
Yeah, like,
If it's you can only get 2 cans of it ever and through a thing. I assume this is more so something that people are going to get and just hold on to the can and it'll be a collector's item.
yeah, like to me, if you're going to do a Batman drink, it would be like a black iced coffee.
Yeah,
with some extra espresso to it or something.
No, that actually would work way better than my like a high end steak or something. Like a high end coffee, something like that, because that is something, again, very tied to Batman of just the drinking coffee, staying up late, trying to work hard into the night sort of thing. Like, yes, I actually think like a really cool.
I like my coffee as black's my justice. All right, next we have Jitters Coffee. Jitters is a coffee chain in the Flash TV show.
Okay.
So it is a cold brew oat milk latte in a can. So it's a can of latte.
Okay, I mean, those exist, so it's not as weird a thing.
It's lazy.
Yeah. And who is this supposed to represent?
No particular. So, like I said, Jitters is a coffee chain that exists in the Flash TV show. Like when, when the characters go to a coffee shop, they're at Jitters.
Okay. Again, it's one of those things that, like, some people who collect these sort of things, they're going to think that's very cool.
Yeah. So we also then had a chocolate caramel Batarang for Batman.
Okay, again,
so
that's not bad. I'm not mad at that. I think that's kind of a cool idea. It's not like the collector's item things sort of like that, but like if you were trying to do another Batman thing, a chocolate Batarang, like a dark chocolate thing, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
the part that I am upset about here is you're getting some coffee, beer, a burger, and what looks like a can of fish and chips for $65.
Yep. Now, the website specifies, like, each meal is shipped in a special box that looks like the mother box from the movies. So I'm sure they're charging extra for those kinds of things, but yeah.
I don't know, just there are bits here where I think are kind of like interesting. And I don't think this is a complete miss. Like, this isn't the unmitigated disaster that I thought it was going to be, but like this is so strange.
It's which also I think there's a chance that could be your review of the Snyder Cut film itself. It's not the unmitigated disaster I thought it would be, but it's so strange.
Maybe, I don't know. Like I look at this and bewilderment is more so the feeling I get.
It's also how I felt watching Justice League.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. To me, it is a lazy cash grab.
Yeah, no, that...
Like, if you're gonna do a cool meal kit, it feels like this was just minimal effort. This was, they already had a meal kit laid out, and then they threw branding on it.
A little bit. I mean, some of it is sort of original with that. Like, I think it's so strange that the highlight of it, I think, is the Cyborg drink.
But yeah, that is the Justice League meal kit.
Yeah, this seems a lazy cash grab that, like, they're obviously going to sell out of. And that's the part that also frustrates me, is that this is something that is going to sell out probably almost immediately. Wow, what a truly strange and enigmatic thing that, like, doesn't really need to have existed.
Yep. Much like the upcoming Snyder Cut itself.